we go. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Jet into the game.
Yeah.
There we are. Here we are.
We're in. We had a flight path going from the northeast down to the southwest, which allowed the teams to jump into the map. And right now, we've just got the teams pretty much, getting their loot going and all that stuff as per usual. We got some teams dropping in our normal hotspots: Rozok, School, Pachinki, and of course, Hospital and South Georgia there. So pretty normal stuff so far. No one gone down just yet. We have Uzo and another team up there pretty close, that being the Red. And otherwise, nothing else too crazy happening, so you didn't miss too much at least.
Thank goodness, thank goodness. All right, so we are here in a game, as Patchy said. We haven't seen much happen just yet, but we've got a few teams, of course, very close. And, of course, we're battling the red zone apart from battling each other. So hopefully we'll see some action. We're busy watching the players, of course, now from USO and Red Reserve. So maybe, hopefully, Saverny will bring us some action there, as these teams are just there having a nice little look at each other, trying to see what is going on.
Yeah, so we have some teams just getting a little bit closer to one another. In just below Rozok there, we have SS and Reluctant. Just around South Georgian Hospital there, we have the Dragons and Safe. And then in Primorsk, we've got Phoenix and QST. And then, of course, Saverny, we've got Uzo and the Red squad there. So, yeah, we're just waiting for the fights to start happening now, and then we'll jump in.
Yeah, so it's good to see at least that we've got this grouping between the teams here. Oh, shots, of course, now flying up right over towards Uso, as Edge is now, of course, trying to move up, being forced up in behind that tree there. Now, let's see. Would he be able to get anywhere successfully? Of course, now quickly smoking it out. And we've got the remainder of the teams. We've got a few more shots. Reluctant putting a few hits in. We've got Uso now trying to get a few shots in as well. So let's just quickly jump up and see what we got cooking over here. Reluctant moving in. Maestro pushes up. We've got Rukulus still alive. He, of course, now being the last hope for left for his team there. Reluctant moving in. Will they get the hit? Maestro is right on his doorstep. Just going to get over. Oh, almost. Now he gives away his position there. Up they come. Puts the shots in and down they go. All right, so our first hit. Well done, well done. Let's jump back up here. We got Phoenix and the players there from QST also going at it. I think that is all the way down here in Primorsk. Yes. Let's see if we can make it in before the fight's over. We got Aimbot. Aimbot is now the last one left, trying to get the res in. Down they go. 7 gets a beautiful hit in on him as well.
Yeah, so that's 2 teams now sent back to the lobby, so we were able to catch at least those happening. We have Red and Uzo up there in Saverny. Looks like USO are just going to move out for the moment, just decide rather not to take the fight. And yeah, well, now we're just going to wait for that blue zone to become encouraging. It has not done so just yet, but we're sure that it will quite soon.
Yeah, so at least we've been able to catch the action as it unfolds on the game here. So yeah, as you mentioned, we haven't missed anything aside from pushing the start button and the problem starting right there. But any case, we are busy watching the players here from Safe, of course, now up in South George. And we got the players there from the Dragons just up over towards the east, up over at the containers. So, yeah, they're getting their loot going there. We've got the players from Rain also now on the approach, rotating up. We've got the players there from Rescue over at the Nova crates. So let's see, will we see any action? Hopefully we'll see some of the teams, of course, now starting to push up in towards each other here. Just waiting to see those shots. So the teams are quite, they're quite spread out. We had a few of them, of course, landing on top of each other, and yeah. That led to some a little bit of those early fights that we picked up on. But right now, the the fact that the map is a lot
there's a lot of space, you know, since there's only 48 players, 13 teams. There's some pretty good space between them right now. So, you know, the onus rests sort of on the players to decide what they want to do and make things happen. So right now you're going to see Uso moving down towards that drop. You're going to go for that one. No one else is close enough really, except Dragons. They might want to go up for that, but it doesn't look like they will. And now we have Reluctant, Rain, and SS potentially close by. Could make something happen here, but you know, it really rests on the teams to sort of make the fights happen and get something done. Otherwise, they'll find themselves in a situation where that zone is getting very, very small, and there's a lot of players still remaining, and that can lead to some very crazy chaos. And ultimately, you know, you want to be controlling the match. You never want it to be down to chaos. You know, chaos is always fun, but at the end of the day, to give yourself the best chances, you always want to be in sort of, you want to be controlling the situation as much as you can, you know?
Yeah.
So you want to control the fights, you want to make them happen as you would want to take them. You know, you take the fights that you want to take, and then you rotate away from the fights that you don't want to take, but you've got to make those fights happen in the first place. You know, if you let the zone do it for you, it becomes a little bit of an up in the air, who knows what's going to happen sort of play.
Yeah, no, exactly that. So yeah, and it's very true what you say about you have to kind of make the game go the way that you want it to be. You know, if you want an opportunity, create it. Don't wait for one to come, make one.
Yeah.
You know, if you want frags, the frags aren't going to come to you. You have to go look for them. You have to go find them, get them, you know, and start pushing your kill count. And at the end of the day, that's the thing that's going to start pushing you up, you know, the leaderboard.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, if, like we were saying the other time when casting one of the other matches, we said, you know, sometimes you just want to just do a little bit of research, see where the teams like to drop a lot, and you know, maybe just see, okay, this is a team that we want to take an early fight against because we don't want to let them get too far. We don't want to let them, you know, go crazy on the map. So let's actually just drop really close by, get our loot up, and actually just take a really early fight against them, because that's a really good potential to take them out early, you know, and really catch them off before they're at their maximum strength, so to speak.
Well, a pretty good move here by Reluctant, using the element of surprise too, you know, in their favor. They rushed up in towards the players here from Rain. Moves in, and we've got the shots happening from the get-go. Blitz jumping out of his vehicle, getting that first knock in before his feet nearly touch the ground. Which is fantastic, you know. It now forced the whole team here from Rain to, you know, they kind of caught off guard and they don't know what's happening, and you can see them all now just trying to, you know, get into some safety, and down they go, just like that.
Oh, yeah, they're trying to recover from that one, but the explosions make sure that they do not escape. And Reluctant, well, they do exactly what we were talking about there, and they make those frags happen.
Yeah.
So well played to them. Now that zone is moving up there towards the north. That's going to force in all the rest of the teams. Rescue are going to be trying to rescue themselves from that blue zone. Phoenix going to be moving in. QST also have to make their way up. And Revolution and the rest of the teams mostly just comfy inside that zone for the time being.
Yeah, so let's see. Hopefully we'll see some more action, but a beautiful play by Reluctant. You know, that is exactly what, you know, what we've been waiting for, trying to see that, you know, see that aggression, team pushing in and just going ham, you know. Yeah, that was fantastic. I love that. Well done to Reluctant. Now they just got to keep it up. They got to keep it up.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, you want to put yourself in a really good position going forward. Right now, there's still 44 players, 12 teams left remaining, and obviously, you know, you want to be minimizing that as much as possible, because like we were talking about, if there's a whole lot of teams going into the final zones, it becomes very chaotic and less controllable. And like we were saying, you want to keep it under control as much as possible so that you can take the most advantageous fights that you can. So right now, you know, one of the things that maybe you should be doing is trying to get yourself in a position that you know might be a contested one. You can maybe sit around there, get yourself set up, and you know, take a fight, catch someone off guard like Reluctant did. You know, maybe just try and make something happen just to ease off the burden of that final zone. Get yourself in there. You know.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens, because at the moment we've got the players from Phoenix Aura, so that being the team over here in the red zone. They're currently sitting still in first place, 63 kills, 94 points. So, you know, we're just waiting to see. Hopefully they're going to get, you know, hopefully someone tries to, you know, push for that top spot, because our second runners up, of course, being Revolution. And, you know, we've got them in near center zone. It could be a good spot. It obviously just depends on what they make of their position. You know, can they use it to their advantage? Will they take on the team from Reluctant that we've got just off in the distance? Reluctant now, of course, already sitting on 7 kills, you know, with that little bit of action that we saw there from them. They're overall in 5th place. So hopefully, you know, we might see some more stuff happening on that front. And yeah, they are slowly but surely, of course, now creeping up on Revolution. So now we're just hoping to see the shots and see the action. Will Reluctant continue this? They are moving in.
Yeah, they're moving in very, very quickly here, just riding up on the spot that Revolution are holding here. They are just hopping out and starting the assault, so this is some really good stuff from them. Are they going to be rewarded for it? We'll see in a moment as the shots start ringing out. Reluctant trying to get that surprise attack going, just rushing in, trying to get that advantage for themselves. The shots are landing, but ultimately it's going to be Blitz who gets knocked first. Astro, Maestro, and Smitty have to make something happen. They are inside the house now, just using it as cover to try and just push their assault down, but Maestro is going to fall in the meantime. It's going to leave Astro and Schmitty to try and make something happen. Oh. Going to take down one, but it's going to be enough. It is not. Reluctant go back to the lobby.
See, so that fight didn't go exactly as they'd hoped it to go, but kudos to them. Because they still pushed up, they still made it happen. And I mean, that's how you learn. It's like, okay, cool, maybe next time try this instead of that, you know? But yeah, amazing. Well done. Well done. Love the aggression. They pushed up, they put the shots in. It didn't pay off for the way that they'd hoped it would be, but I mean, I still wouldn't say that was a bad turn of events. You know, it wasn't ideal, but it was still at least a pretty good move.
Yeah, the decision making was pretty good. That it was in line with what should be happening on the map. Of course, it didn't work out for them ultimately, but yeah, it was definitely a good attempt. And yeah, that's the kind of thing you keep on doing, you keep on repeating until you get better and better at it, and you know, you start winning more and more of those. You know, we've seen some of the teams previously in Open Series moving up. They were doing that pretty much the whole time. You know, getting really, really aggressive and just being able to play it in such a way that they could, you know, more consistently win those. So yeah, definitely, like you said, kudos and props. And yeah, let's see if any of that continues across the map. Right now we have Safe very close to Assault, just in North George. Got the Dragons down there and towards the south. Of course, a lot of teams down there towards the south of the zone, that being QST, Phoenix, and the rescue team there as well.
Yeah, and I also just want to add, you know, just well done to Revolution as well. You know, we're not taking anything away from them there, but, you know, pretty good defense, you know, taking down the whole squad that pushed up on them with very low casualties for them. So that was a beautiful defense as well. You know, so if we could see more of what those two teams just did there, man, Open Series will be quite a tough playing ground.
Yeah, that's what we want to see. We want to see all these teams get better and better, you know, moving up and up. Meanwhile, Safe are going to be assaulted by Uzor now in North George. The shots ringing forth and just absolutely getting clapped right now.
Well, some pretty good shots.
Really going to fire back though.
Yeah, pretty good shots there. Princess Raider, of course, doing quite a nice bit of damage. So taking down 2 players, and then of course, you know, Princess Raider comes in and gets 2 knocks going as well, putting a Fury in a bit of a tough spot. So let's see, will Koala now be able to bank on that? Oh, just a little bit of a wall in between. Up comes Koala. Twisted hasn't spotted Koala just yet. Oh, and Koala gets taken. Well, pretty good attempt there nonetheless.
Yeah, so it's all going to come out on top of that one. They win the fight, and zone is centered around them now, just right in the slap bang in the middle of the river. So we do have 2 bridges in play, which could potentially be quite interesting to see if that becomes the center of play for the teams, although we have yet to see. We've got 2 teams rotating in there from the bottom, Phoenix and Rescue. QST coming in from the side of Hospital. The rest of the teams pretty much inside of the zone at the moment. So now we're waiting for the teams to move in, get snuggly, and maybe take some fights.
Well, there's actually 3 bridges.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah,
you missed one.
Yeah,
missed a bridge.
Yeah, I did miss one. It was blocked by the drop in some of those player names there.
Yeah. But yeah, let's hope. Let's see. Hopefully, but one thing that I'm really looking forward to see is whether or not whatever the teams have been doing now in this match, whether or not we're going to see that, of course, now being pulled over, you know, into next week. Because next week is our last qualifier.
Yeah.
You know, and then it's the week after that is action time. You know, then it's the finals. Then we're going to see which teams will be moving up in towards, you know, the Pro Series, and which teams will then, of course, be remaining in the Open Series.
Yeah, so there's quite a bit on the line here. The team's got a lot to prove, and, you know, we hope that they will work hard towards that goal. You can see now, actually, Rescue moving in is all going to be in the spot, just spotting them out as they move. Could potentially start a fight here. If they start this little turf war for this particular spot here in North George. Phoenix actually going to be rotating all the way around towards the top. Still a little bit of space in between the zone and the blue zone, so they have that space to move. Not to mention the fact that the Revolution squad is moving up on Phoenix as well. So Tizuka going to be knocked first in that particular fight. Gets taken down as well. Falcon gonna take some hits as Gang pulls the trigger onto Osiris, so the fight is continuing there. Gang gonna get knocked by Maniac. We'll see if Revolution can keep this assault going, or if Phoenix will come out on top. There it is. The claims are there. Revolution gets knocked out by Phoenix.
Yeah, well done, well played. Some beautiful pushing there. We've got Uso and Rescue, of course, now. Hopefully the next 2 teams up to go at it. You can see a few shots there. Mr. Wet now trying to move up, trying to get that angle on the corner. We got Mojo, Tiger, Nexus, and Shame, of course, just up ahead of them. You got Edge right there on the edge of North George. So let's see, will he move up? Will he try and take any shots? Quiet Storm, QST, of course, now making their way up, and yeah, our lone player there in the slot of the A team is slowly but surely moving up. Nexus blows himself up.
Oh,
well, that's a new one.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, well, we haven't seen any flings this round either.
I was just about to say, we haven't seen anyone flinging themselves from moving vehicles, so at least we've got some people just accidentally knocking themselves out with grenades. That's a good substitute for now, I suppose.
Yeah. Oh, nice work there by Twisted. Gets a double whammy in.
Really well played there, Rescue trying to take these fights against Uzor, trying to just snuff them out as quickly as they can. Lots going through. It's Twisted, Fury, and Wet, who are the last 3 players remaining for Uzor as they mount their assault on towards Rescue. Well, nades are being prepped, so this is a good assault now coming through. Let's see if they can commit to this and push through. Just using those nades to absolutely flush them out of those positions and really trying to get them damage done. And that's really going to put the pressure on. It's going to allow them a little bit more easy access to the house now. Could potentially move into this one.
Oh, there we go. Phoenix and SS also in the kill feed. Nice. So let's see. Will Uzo now make the push up in towards the building? They are surrounding the building, but we hope now to see them move up. Oh, shame getting hit.
Oh. Shots are coming through. The assault is good. Uzor pulling the trigger and they're finding the shots. Oh. Well, there it is. Shame gonna get taken down. And now Nexus is the final remaining player. We'll see how long they can survive for. The blue zone does come in as well to make things even more difficult. Nexus taking the shots, but Fury's actually going to fall. Nexus just trying to survive. They're absolutely gun-touting, but finally will get taken down. We'll see if that makes any impact. Uzor trying to just survive that blue zone, get themselves out. Meanwhile, the rest of the teams have made their way successfully in towards the zone itself. You can see Phoenix there just surrounding the drop. The Dragons in the zone, QST in the zone, the rest of the Phoenix squad also in the zone. Red and SS also sitting inside. Now we're waiting for them to start those shots.
So QST taking quite a bit of damage there. Fury now getting knocked out by the blue zone. So I think we might see the players from Uzor, of course, getting claimed by zone. Phoenix really trying to get those hits across over towards the teams there. Zone has shifted up once again. Asta trying to get a few hits in on SS as well. So Jabro and Savage still remaining just up ahead of us there. Oh, shot landing on Tiny. It's a tiny shot.
Yeah, well, that zone has just moved in slightly. Of course, getting smaller there towards the southwest. The rest of the teams having to move in. QST just out towards the side. SS and Phoenix gonna have to battle it out. You can hear some of the shots ringing out in that direction. And we'll see if they collide. Interestingly enough, Denset still surviving in this one, as he seems to be quite adept at.
Yeah, he's a survivor.
Yeah. Certainly seems that way. Oh, the shots are still trying to go through Phoenix. SS going to be just retreating there. Some shots coming through to try and catch them out, but ultimately it won't make it into the zone. Now the rest of the teams have to rotate in behind them. See the other Phoenix team actually already there. Might just be a problem as SS moves in.
Some nice shots there by Inspector. Oh, there we go, trying to get those hits in on Hexer. Ziad gets a hit in on Sunny as well. The Phoenix really in a good position here. Phoenix Aura now just sitting there picking off players.
Yeah. Yeah, right now there's Savage just underneath the bridge there. Cyrus and Inspector just off Maniac as well. Trying to catch them out. You can see Hexer here behind, just on the one side of the river. Griff surviving there as well. Denset's doing what he does best, and the rest of the Dragon squad holding up inside the building. I'm going to see who comes out here on top of this fight next to the bridge. Yay. We haven't seen a bridge fight in some time.
Yeah. Ooh, Red Reserve taking quite a bit of damage. We also have the players now from Phoenix taking quite a bit of damage there from Phoenix. Oh, self-inflicted squad wipe. Well done. Not really.
Yeah. Not really, but also.
Yeah, it's Phoenix taking out Phoenix. So it's,
Yeah.
Cinderella getting hit. Well, no, sorry, that was the blue zone doing the damage there. Chris now getting shot at.
Savage is still under that bridge.
Yeah, he's just trolling.
Yeah. Yeah. QST going to be on both sides of the river. Dragons still hold up in the compound. We have 5 teams, 15 players left remaining. We have Red just hold up inside, just down the mountainside with some smoke. Ooh. Spectre taking some shots over. Chris going to fall. Phoenix moving up, so Savage is safe for the moment unless he gets spotted out here by the Phoenix squad. Dragon's going to be making their way in, rotating off the compound as it gets pushed up by the blue zone. Will make their way in to a bit more of a secure position, but the fire does start coming down now from Phoenix, who are just across from them. Here come the shots. Stramato going to fall. Looks like Red also trying to put the hits in. Dragons not ready to get shot from behind. That's going to throw a bit of a spanner in their plans.
And Savage is still alive.
Yeah, he's still trolling under that bridge there. Griff going to take down Bad Liar. Dragons pinned down in that little building just outside of the bridge. Phoenix and QST just toe-to-toe. We're waiting to see if Savage can make something happen from behind. I'm not sure if Phoenix even expects him to be there, so he could potentially push up behind them and catch them off guard, and this could be huge. Meanwhile, Cinderella going to fall to Ziyad. Savage is right behind Inspector, going to catch Inspector out, but ultimately going to lose the gunfight there. The rest of the Phoenix squad are going to just be there to make sure nothing crazy happens. Now we have 3 teams. It's going to be QST, it's going to be Phoenix, it's going to be Dragons. Let's see who comes out on top here. The zone's about to get small any second. Force them into very, very uncomfortable close quarters. But Dragons in a pretty okay spot here with this building. Could work in their favor.
If they use it well, it could definitely, they could really benefit from the position. They could really benefit from it.
Yeah, well, QST is going to get assaulted by Phoenix here, and they're going to get taken out immediately. So now it's just Dragons and Phoenix.
And we got Ziyad already with the scope trained over towards the Dragons. Trigun getting hit.
Ooh, sending that util in to try and flush them out and get the damage done. Any sort of damage now is going to be useful damage. Oh, and there it is. Those nades just coming through and doing some huge work. K9 going to get dropped by Inspector. Trigun, it's going to have a difficult time on this one. I don't think it's even possible. He's going to put some shots down, but it isn't going to be one for the winning there. Well done, well played to Phoenix.
Yeah, there we go. Well done, well played. Finishing off on 17 kills. So nice to see Phoenix stepping up, getting those kills in. The Dragons making it up into 2nd place, 0 kills. We got Phoenix then, of course, taking 6th place. We've got Denset finishing off in 7th. Uso finishing in 8th place, finishing off on 8 kills as well. Then we got the players there from Rescue finishing off in 9th place. Revolution in 10th place. We've got the players from Safe in 11th. We've got Reluctant finishing in, well, 12th place. Rain in 13th. Phoenix once again in 14th. And then, of course, the players there from SS going back to the lobby first. So there we go. There we have it. Yeah, an interesting match. We had some good action. You know,
yeah, a lot more eventful.
Yeah, and it was good to see, you know, the teams really turning up the aggression and really trying, you know, to get those hits in, you know, land more shots, land more successful shots, you know, and we had some aggressive moves there with teams now, you know, trying to move in, trying to get those angles and shots on players, pushing in, not necessarily working out the way that they'd hoped it would, but it's still, at least they still did it. You know, we saw that aggression, and that is how you get, in my opinion, get better, is you try and keep on doing that. You know, you won't necessarily get the placing that you want, but you might get the kills, and eventually something's just going to go click, and, you know. Yeah, once you get used to, you know, taking those fights that you need to be taking, it becomes a lot easier because, you know, when you have certain aspects of the game down, you can focus more on other aspects. So, you know, once you're so used to taking the assaults, taking the fights, you know, getting aggressive when you need to get aggressive, and making sure you're putting yourself in the best spot going forward, then you can start focusing on other things, and you'll start to improve slowly but surely. So yeah, well played. The attempts were there. Very good stuff. You know, you can see them just trying to get the work done. So definitely well done, well played, and I really hope that we see them continuing to improve going forward. Yeah, well, there we go. There we have it, guys. So well done. Great seeing some improvement between the teams there. Yeah, so we hope to see even more improvement in the last week of the qualifiers, and then of course the week after we will have our finals taking place. So, yeah, hopefully it's going to be an action-packed week next week. So be sure to join in for Open Series once again on Monday, same time, same place. And, yeah, let's go for that. And then Wednesday, of course, will be the Pro Series. So be sure to tune in for that. But But there we go. There we have it. That is it from our side. I hope you guys have a fantastic evening. Thank you so much for everyone for watching. Yeah, there we go. I think that is gonna be pretty much that.
Yeah, cheers and peace, and we'll see you again soon.
Cool, guys. See you in the next one. Putting a few hits in. You got Uso now trying to get a few shots in as well. So let's just quickly jump up and see what we got cooking over here. Reluctant moving in. Maestro pushes up. You got RHEAGAL still alive. He, of course, now being the last hopeful left for his team there. Reluctant moving in. Will they get the hit? Maestro is right on his doorstep. Just going to get over. Oh, almost. Now he gives away his position there. Up they come. Puts the shots in and down they go. Position there. Up they come. Puts the shots in and down they go. Right, so our first hit. Well done, well done. Let's jump back up here. We got Phoenix and the players there from QST also going at it. I think that is all the way down here in Primorsk. Yes, let's see if we can make it in before the fight's over. We got Aimbot. Aimbot is now the last one left, trying to get the res in. Down they go. 7 gets a beautiful hit in on him as well. Up in towards the players here from Rain. Moves in, and we've got the shots happening from the get-go. Blitz jumping out of his vehicle, getting that first knock in before his feet nearly touch the ground, which is fantastic. You know, it now forced the whole team here from Rain to, you know, they kind of caught off guard and they don't know what's happening, and you can see them all now just trying to, you know, get into some safety, and down they go, just like that.
For themselves, the shots are landing, but ultimately it's going to be Blitz who gets knocked first. Astro, Maestro, and Smitty have to make something happen. They are inside the house now, just using it as cover to try and just push their assault down, but Maestro is going to fall in the meantime. It's going to leave Astro and Smitty to try and make something happen. Going to take down one, but it's going to be enough. It is not. Reluctant go back to the lobby.
Taking down 2 players, and then of course you know, Princess Raider comes in and gets 2 knocks going as well, putting a Fury in a bit of a tough spot. So let's see, will Koala now be able to bank on that? Oh, just a little bit of a wall in between. Up comes Koala. Twisted hasn't spotted Koala just yet. Oh, and Koala gets taken. Well, pretty good attempt there nonetheless.
That particular fight. Gets taken down as well. Falcon gonna take some hits as Gang pulls the trigger onto Osiris, so the fight is continuing there. Gang gonna get knocked by Maniac. We'll see if Revolution can keep this assault going, or if Phoenix will come out on top. There it is. Good. Uso pulling the trigger, and they're finding the shots. Oh. Well, there it is. Shame gonna get taken down, and now Nexus is the final remaining player. We'll see how long they can survive for. The blue zone does come in as well to make things even more difficult. Nexus taking the shots, but Fury's actually gonna fall. Nexus just trying to survive. They're absolutely gun-touting, but finally will get taken down. We'll see him there as well. Tenset's doing what he does best, and the rest of the Dragon squad holding up inside the building. I'm going to see who comes out here on top of this fight next to the bridge. Yay. We haven't seen a bridge fight in some time.
Yeah. Ooh, Red Reserve taking quite a bit of damage. We also have the players now from Phoenix taking quite a bit of damage there from Phoenix. Oh, self-inflicted squad wipe. Well done.
Let's see who comes out on top here. The zone's about to get small any second. Force them into very, very uncomfortable close quarters. But Dragons in a pretty okay spot here with this building. Could work in their favor.
If they use it well, it could definitely... They could really benefit from the position. They could really benefit from it.
Yeah. Well, QST is going to get assaulted by Phoenix here, and they're going to get taken out immediately. So now